This one single Easter activity book makes around $5,000 every single month. Let's take a closer look. So Easter is a great opportunity for book publishers to sell more books. A lot of people search for more seasonal types of books. Christmas is a great example, and Easter is another big one that's coming up very soon. That means there's an opportunity to create some new books with an opportunity to sell those around Easter time every single year. Now, I found this Easter book on Amazon, and it's an absolutely fantastic example of what you should be doing for your Easter books as well. So let's take a closer look. So this is an Easter dot-to-dot activity book for kids ages 4 to 6. You can see from the cover that it's a really well designed cover, and the kind of pastels, the playful characters, is very much designed for that 4 to 8 years old. So in terms of the cover, it's absolutely on point, and it's really best practice in terms of the types of covers that you want to be creating for kids' activity books. One thing as well that I really like about it is that it includes the dot-to-dot elements within the cover itself. So as you can see on the bunny, you've got the kind of connect the dot-to-dots areas, and I think that really helps the cover stand out and shows the kind of proof of concept of what's inside. So in terms of the cover, absolutely amazing. The word Easter stands out, so does dot-to-dot, and so does the for kids. Now, one interesting thing about this is that it only has 7 ratings. And so that kind of shows that you don't need to have hundreds of 5-star reviews in order to sell your books. This one launched last year, and it's got 7 ratings, averaging at 4.8 stars. And one thing that's really promising to see around this book doing so well is that it was launched last year in March 2023, and now in March 2024, it's selling really well again. So that shows the opportunity that if you create a quality book and it ranks well for certain keywords, that you can get those seasonal sales every single year. Now, this book has 45 dot-to-dot Easter themed illustrations. It's a glossy cover design, which is what you want for kids. It has single-sided illustrations, which provides a better experience for kids and helps to prevent bleed through and all those kind of things. And it also has various difficulty levels. So if you're creating a dot-to-dot or an activity book, consider either varying the difficulties or maybe moving from easier to harder as the book goes on. Now, if we click the read sample button, we can have a quick look at what's inside. So scrolling down here, we come to the first dot-to-dot page. And so first thoughts around this is it's a very straightforward dot-to-dot page. But what's great about it, especially for young kids, is that it takes up the full page. So that allows for younger kids to, make mistakes and to have bigger areas to join the dots between. So if you're making books for young kids, I'd suggest doing the kind of full page rather than fitting multiple puzzles on a single page. So that's a big tick. And then just from this one example, it does seem pretty simplistic. So these look quite generic. They look like they could have been found on Creative Fabrica, or maybe they employed someone from Fiverr to create the content for them. Either way, they don't look incredibly hard to create, and so making 45 of these images shouldn't really take that long or cost that much money. So this book is listed for $7.99 on the US marketplace. It has 91 pages, and if we scroll down, we can see the From the Publisher section. Now, the first thing that kind of strikes me here is just how good quality this A+ content is. You've got a little child there holding the book, and that's just a really good way of selling the book to parents. And all of the colours that are used here, all of the text, it all kind of fits in with the style of the book itself. So the top banner there does a really good job of kind of like selling the book. The second banner here shows some more examples of the dot-to-dots inside. And what's great about these as well is it shows, you've got a bit more of a simple one in the middle, but then you've got a harder one on the left-hand side. So again, that's A+ content done really well. You want to be showing off kind of what's inside and what people can expect to receive when they buy the book. And scrolling down to the final banner, so there's 3 banners in total here. The third one kind of adds an additional benefit of you could even colour these in if you wanted to as well. So it's kind of showcasing that extra added value of this book. So overall, the A+ content on this book is absolutely first class. I couldn't recommend a single way to improve that further. So whoever created this book, it's Sarah May Press. Well done on absolutely incredible A+ content, and for anyone creating activity books, this is the kind of standard that you want to be hitting. So we've established it's a really good quality book. Let's take a look at the bestseller rank so we can find out how many sales it's getting a month. This book is ranked at 3,000 in the bestseller rank on Amazon.com. So that means out of all of the millions of books out there on Amazon.com, this is the 3,000th bestseller at the moment. It's number 17 in children's puzzle books and 107 in children's Easter books as well. So if this one's number 3,000, but it's only 107 in children's Easter books, imagine what number 1 or 2 in Easter children's books is like. So that kind of shows how in demand these Easter activity books are at the moment on Amazon. Okay, so now that we know the bestseller rank of this book, we can take that data over to BookBird and see how many sales it's getting a day and the estimated royalties per month. So on this site, all you need to do is enter the bestsellers rank, make sure the marketplace and the formats are correct. You enter the number of pages and the book price. And then as you can see here, it's getting an estimated 65 sales every single day. That equates to almost 2,000 sales per month. Now, obviously, it's an Easter themed activity book, so it might only sell 2 to 3 months for the year. But in terms of royalties, that equates to an estimated $5,155 every single month. So even if this book only sells for 2 to 3 months, that's still $10,000 to $15,000 made from this one single book. Now, obviously that doesn't take into consideration things like advertising costs, but just in terms of top level royalties that you could make on this type of book if you were ranking that highly, it's an absolutely incredible number. Going back to the product page, I don't think there's actually many things you can improve about this book. The front cover is absolutely fantastic and completely on point with what's expected in this area. The description is super simple and straightforward. The A+ content is absolutely first class. And perhaps the only thing that I could consider improving about this book would be up front within the first couple of pages to add like a nice intro page where the kids could fill in their name, for example, and make it a bit more of a personalised experience. But overall, this type of activity book is a perfect example of what you should be aspiring to make on Amazon to make sales over Easter. I'm also keen to know what type of books you're creating this Easter. Let me know by dropping a comment down below. Okay, I hope this video is useful and it's given you a little bit of inspiration of the types of books that you can create this Easter. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.